So the City of Prince George started on a 4-phase project to look at the natural areas around the City of Prince George on undeveloped lands. Phase 1, with funding from the Real Estate Foundation, we were able to hire a contractor to go out and map those ecosystems in the city and especially the sensitive areas. With Phase 2, we were able to look at the climate change impacts that could potentially happen for those ecosystems in those sensitive areas and get a better understanding of what we could be facing in the future.
The term sensitive area or sensitive ecosystem refers to several different types of ecosystems. These include ecosystems that are classified as either endangered or rare, ecosystems that are sensitive to change, or ecosystems that provide important services and functions. Around Prince George, we have several examples of sensitive ecosystems. We have some rare wetland habitats and plant communities, we have some endangered grassland ecosystems, and we also have some forest types that are considered sensitive. We're concerned about climate change in these ecosystems for a number of reasons. First, sensitive ecosystems are often highly specialized and may have a limited ability to adapt to climate change, so impacts here may be especially high. Another reason we are concerned is that these ecosystems provide many important services such as wildlife habitat, recreation, clean water, and slope stability. So climate change in these areas may actually reduce their ability to provide these services. These Douglas fir forests show a good example of how climate change can impact a sensitive area. This is a relatively warm and dry area that is more susceptible to drought than other forests around the city. These Douglas fir trees are well adapted to survive drought here. However, we also know that drought causes stress in these trees. And during stressful periods, these trees become more vulnerable to, for example, attacks by the Douglas fir bark beetle. And that's what we're seeing now in these forests. We're seeing more bark beetle attacks and more trees dying as a result. And this is likely happening in combination with drought stress from events such as the drought we had in 2010. Climate change may result in more frequent or severe droughts, and so we may see these trees become increasingly vulnerable to beetle attacks over time.
We're now moving into Phase 3 with funding from Natural Resources Canada, who also supported Phase 2 in our project, to take some of the technical information and put it into more user-friendly format so it can help us with our day-to-day decisions on the ground for land use in the City of Prince George.
By identifying ecosystems and values that might be at risk from climate change, we can provide important information to help guide planners in developing adaptation strategies, urban development plans, plan for green spaces. This information can also help forest managers looking at issues such as reforestation and wildfire management around the city. It's important to recognize that there's a lot of uncertainty about what the future climate might be in Prince George. However, we need to make decisions today around our natural ecosystems.